This video is about is I try stuff and come across stuff, and I thought I'd share this in case you a new trad bow shooter and you trying to learn how to shoot better. Well guys, as y'all seen, I was getting my morning practice in this morning. I didn't get up and go hunting because it rained all night. I didn't know if the rain was gone or not. I didn't feel like getting wet. But when I got up, I went out there and done some shooting. Sun's out. This afternoon, I think me and the midnight special old blue duck here is going to try one more time to see if we can get something. I ain't got nothing with it yet. I've made contact, well, with this bow this year. In case some of you ain't never tuned into my channel, I've archery hunted all my life, and this year at 55 years old, I decided I wanted to kill a deer with a trad bow. So I purchased me, and I'm going to do a review on that bow because I thought I already had, and somebody asked me the other day. It's the Oberon longbow. And I got to looking back, and I ain't even done a review on that bow. But anyway, I shot my first deer with it. Didn't recover it. I made 3 contacts for old blue duck here. Ain't recovered them. 2 of them though, they ain't hurt, 'cause they hit them right dead in the shoulder. Air didn't go in that far and fell out, so I know they all right. May kill them later with a little scar right here on them. But anyhow, I've been trying to learn how to shoot these trad bows, because I've never really shot trad bows until this year, when I decided I wanted to do that. And that was maybe about the middle of September, 1st of October, when I started shooting these bows. Well, I had this here's a 1960s Bear Cub. Been hanging in the shed here, or I've had it since the 80s, and I'm sure somebody was throwing it away and I picked it up somewhere. And I just get it every now and then with all different size arrows, just playing out here in the yard, but never really tried to learn how to shoot a trad bow and hunt with one. And I decided I wanted to do it. Well, I bought that Oberon. I don't know if y'all can see it sitting back there in the back, which all my archery stuff is in here right now, because this is all I've been focused on this winter. I bought that Oberon, and then after I bought it, I watched a video of a guy who built bows, and he took old bows and sanded them down, because this one here was 47 pounds at 28 inches. Well, I hadn't been shooting a bow. Well, 47 pounds, I'm pulling right at 29, maybe slightly over. That'd be about like 50 pounds, and that was too much. I couldn't shoot this bow, so I bought me that Oberon in a 35-pound bow. But then after I watched that video, I said, well, I'm going to take that old bow and I'm going to do that. And I got a video of me giving this bow a makeover, sanding it down, and now it's a 40-pound bow. Well, after I done that, this bow means more to me than the new Oberon bow, just because it's been here with me for years and years, and I just like shooting it, and it ain't a bad shooting bow after I shaved it down and lightened the pounds. It ain't got much vibration at all. It's a good shooting bow to me. Now, yes, the Oberon's a lot smoother bow, don't get me wrong, but I just wanted to kill something with this, so I immediately started hunting with it, and ain't hunted with the Oberon no more. And like I said, I've made contact with 3 deer with this bow. 2 of them was my fault, and I shot right and hit them dead in the shoulder blade, and them deers, they gonna be all right. But the one, that one I got, and it's on a video, you can go back and watch. It was at 20 yards. And I shot, and guys, it looked like it was finna be a perfect shot, and that deer took off right before the arrow got there, and it went right dead through its flanks. So I didn't even bother it. I said, well, only chance I got to finding it if I don't even look that night, just let it lay down. Even though it was hot, the meat wasn't gonna be no good the next day, but I would have loved to have found it. But I didn't find it. So I don't know. I didn't have no blood, because you ain't gonna get no blood from a gut shot. And I never found the deer. But that ain't what this video is about. This video is about is I try stuff and come across stuff, and I thought I'd share this in case you a new trad bow shooter and you trying to learn how to shoot better. Because I've been watching all kinds of videos, but I come across something that I couldn't really find much videos on, and that is shooting a trad bow with a flipper rest or raised rest. And I got to researching that, and I couldn't find many videos on it, but I had this flipper rest here. I don't know what brand it is. It's just a cheap flipper rest I've had in my archery box. I ain't no telling how many years or why I even had it in there. But it's just spring loaded, and it raised my arrow up. So I put it on there and started trying it out. And guys, it really helped me, especially at 20 yards. Now, I was pretty comfortable with my shots at 15 yards. If I didn't make a bad release, I done got to where I could group them, you know, 3-inch groups at 15 yards. And that's really, I don't want to shoot at a deer over 15 yards. But I like to practice at 20 and 25. Because it seems like when I practice at 20 and 25, it makes me better at 15. But my 20 and 25 wasn't good at all. But after I put this flipper rest on there and it raised that air up, what it did, where's my air? Oh, it's back here in the target. What it did was it raises it up off of the shelf there, and I shoot 3 fingers under, and when I draw back now, well, I can't do it with this hat on. When I draw back now, I can see my whole air. I'm talking about from the knot all the way out, because I gap shoot. And I ain't no instinctive shooter. This may not help an instinctive shooter at all. But if you using your point of your arrow to aim with as gap shooting, or you looking down your arrow and you ain't happy where you're shooting and you shooting off the shelf, you ought to try putting a flipper on there. And that's why I'm sharing this. Anything that I can do that I figure that helps me may help somebody else. But once I put that on there and it raised it up, now when I pull back, I'm looking straight down the air, and I can tell if I got that bow torqued anyway, that air straight. Now again, I'm still not that great of a shot. I mean, to me, my goal is to be able to shoot 3-inch groups at 25 yards. You move out to 30 yards, which I ain't never gonna shoot a deer, I would like to be able to shoot 4-inch groups. That's just my goal I'm trying to get to. And again, I started this in, I don't know, the end of September, 1st of October. Right now, well, I think today I'm doing this video here is December the 27th. And I hope y'all had a Merry Christmas. And guys, but it really helped me because it put that up there where I could see down that air. And like I said, that just helped me with aiming because I'm actually aiming. I'm not an instinctive shooter. And I just wanted to share that with y'all. Now I know that kind of takes away from your traditional bow, I think. A lot of guys, they want to keep it 100% traditional, shooting off the shelf. But I've shot compounds all my life, and I just want to kill a deer with this, and I ain't that much concerned if that takes away from the traditional style. Matter of fact, I don't even use a traditional quiver because all my life hunting with compounds, as soon as I get in the tree, I take the quiver off my bow and hang it up. So what I did, I put, actually this was a quiver that was on that camouflage bear bow back there. All the years, that's a 2011 model bow or 2012. This is actually the quiver was on it, and then I put another quiver on it so I could put this one on here because I like it, just easy to clip on there, and when I climb up my tree I hang it on the tree. Now a while ago when y'all seen me shooting, I didn't have my GoPro bracket on there, but I come in here and put it back on there. But like I said, I'm going to go check out a spot, and if any deer's been coming there, I'm going to hunt with this bow this afternoon, and I'm going to try to film it, which I've had no luck doing that at all. But guys, like I said, anything that I can pass along that'll help someone who's starting out with traditional bows, don't spend a lot of money on a bow. Stay tuned, and I'm going to give a review on this Oberon, which I think I give $350 free shipping, I think, at the time I bought it from Three Rivers Archery. And now you can get it in a recurve or the long bow. That is one awesome bow. Like I said, I do like it. It shoots smoother than this. I got it in 35 pounds, and the thing is, when I started out this year, I hadn't been shooting bows. I'd about done quit archery hunting altogether because I had a stand break with me years ago. Well, now I'm getting back into it. I'm just ain't really hunting climbing stands. I'm hunting lock-ons or either ladder stands. But anyway, I got it in 35 pounds. And that's what I needed to get started, because this one here, even at 40 pounds, I'm pulling about 43, 44. That's a lot of difference on a traditional bow. But now that I've been shooting the 35, I can shoot this one good now. So I still have my Oberon, and if I don't shoot my bow through the summer and keep my arm built up, of course I'll start out with it next year. Then after my arm gets built up, I go back to this if I ain't done got something else. But you can buy good bows. You ain't got to have name brand bows, high dollar bows. You can buy some awesome bows. And I ain't got one yet, but I think I'm gonna get one just to try out them Sanlita bows. I got some Sanlita arrows I done a review on, and I watch them people do them videos on them Sanlita dragon recurve bows that you can get for $150. You can even get the ILF bows for I think like $150, the wood one. And I think that's what I want to get me, one of them, just to add to my archery collection. Then I have a long bow, a recurve, and then an ILF bow. Once I get into stuff, something you can see, I got a mini crossbow, a Parker crossbow, 2 compound bows. I got another compound bow on the way, ordered. And some of you that watch my videos all the time, y'all know there was a new crossbow in here. Well, let me just tell you, it didn't stay around long enough for me to do a review on it. But anyhow, I might tell that story later on in another video. But that crossbow ain't here no more, and that's why I got a brand new compound 2025 Matthews on the way in place of that crossbow that I had. But guys, like I said, this was all about the flipper rests. You can get these with the little spring loaded, or you can get them with the little rubber. Actually, I'm going to keep shooting this, and if I know I'm going to stick with it, I'm probably going to go to the one with the little rubber. But this one don't make no racket. It's got the little Teflon coated spring here on it. But who knows, I might swap it out for one of the little rubber ones like used to come on the old bear bows. And I just said that, and that made me think. I remember back in the day, all the old bear bows that I remember seeing Daddy and them had that little flipper rest on it. But nowadays on the internet, everybody I see shooting off the shelf. So I don't know what it is. Like I said, I'm new to this trad bow and still learning. So if you got any experience with that, leave it in the comments and let me know. Because I'm learning. I'm still learning about these trad bows. Let me know why people shooting off the shelf, or why people using the flipper. What's your opinion on it and the benefits of one over the other? Now I understand traditional shooting, instinctive, probably off the shelf would be better because it's right there at your hand. And if you instinctive shooting, I understand that. But I can promise you, I can't instinctive shoot. I tried that and tried it, and then I'm like, no, I got to have some kind of aiming system or I'm never going to get this down. But I like how I'm aiming with my gap shooting. With this bow and this arrow setup, this arrow right here got a 100 grain insert and 150 grain tilt. The total weight on it, I can weigh it right here, so I won't tell you wrong. It's 470 grains. So I'm shooting a 470 grain arrow, pulling about, I don't know, I'm gonna just say 42 to 44 pounds. I have all that wrote down because I put it on the scales and stuff, but it ain't over 44 pounds and it ain't under 40 pounds. So that's what I'm shooting for this setup. Now yes, I went up 50 grains in the point weight here since I shot the deer that I shot and I lost. I'm using a 150 grain broadhead with a 100 grain insert instead of the 100 grain broadhead with the 100 grain insert. And before next year, I think I'm going to get me some of them Simmons Swamp Sharks, and I'm probably going to get them in 175 or 200 grains, and that'll put me 300 grains up front, put me about a 500 grain arc of what I'm reading. Because I ain't going to be shooting, like I said, I want my deer 15 yards or under. Is what I really want. And what I'm reading is saying that I need it If I'd have had more weight, especially that first deer I shot with that longbow, if I'd have had more weight on that area, it may have punctured out the bottom and left me a blood trail. We know that deer's dead because it went right in top of the lungs. It was stuck down in there about that far. But it was no bottom hole to leave no blood, and we was over there in Mississippi and nothing but briar thickets. It's no doubt that deer dead, and we just couldn't get enough blood to stay on it in them briar thickets. If you ain't ever been in a briar thicket, I'm talking briar thickets, you can't walk. I literally was on my hands and knees to trail it the 100 yards or 120 yards we went before I couldn't get back on no blood. I was scratched up, skin up. But anyhow, guys, I hope y'all enjoy these little videos, and if you do, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because we're going to keep giving updates and we're going to keep going on. It ain't going to be long. I'm going to have to get back into my gardening. It's going to be time to start my seeds indoors to get ready for my gardening. But as always, appreciate y'all more than you know. Hope y'all had a wonderful Christmas, and I hope you have an awesome New Year's. God bless. See y'all next time.